Well, it's Sunday and I'm making pretty good progress on the rear end in my one thing a day videos, so I figured I might as well get started on the longer form video because I'm actually doing a lot more than one thing today. We have the list. Do you like that move? It's all messed up because this has taken like 3 weeks. Because we went a little crazy on it and we decided to 3D print our own bushings and make things that didn't exist and do everything custom and nothing off the shelf. I mean, a couple of things off the shelf, but yeah, so, you know, this is all messed up and that's fine because we're still making progress on the car and it's gonna get done. It's actually further along than you think. That rear portion, rear end, subframe, all that, was a huge part of this build because that was the part that was damaged and crappy and needed repair before the car got stolen. And then when I got the car back, it was even worse with the hole in the gas tank and all those shenanigans. So we're actually in a pretty good spot. Basically, I'm just gonna write basically on the board what's left because the whole week timeline thing is not working. Basically, we need a transmission. Once again, I grabbed a terrible pen. I need more dry erase markers. I don't know what happened to all the ones I just got, but they're just gone. We need to finish the wiring, which is actually further along than it would seem. Aside from not being loomed, most of the connectors are there. Most of it's ran back to the ECU. We've gone through and populated the Fueltech FT600 for most of the wiring schematic, so we just need to finish that. We need brakes all the way around. All these brakes are clapped out and I think there's a cat in here and it's not mine. That's kind of fun. We need new brake rotors, front and rear. I mean, these are super clapped out and while I could get them turned, it's not really worth it. We need to button up the interior. There's a bunch of interior stuff we don't have. We need seats, so I'm just gonna do interior. Yeah, they stole the seats out of the car, but they left the steering wheel. Don't know what that's about. The seats were just stock, like 05 WRX cloth seats. Steering wheel is at least a quick release thing, so they could have just quick released it out of there. We need sway bars, front and rear. It just doesn't have them. I don't know where they went. They got taken off at some point when it was trying to be an ultralight drag car and didn't get put back on, so we should get some of those. And then the obvious one, the one that we're the closest on, that I'm gonna put up here first, is gonna be finished rear assembly. And then I guess the final one is fuel lines. We need to finish the fuel lines at the back of the tank, but I think they're in the car, so that should be just like a quick thing. Now that you absolutely can't read any of that, let's get to work. The 3D printed custom rear subframe bushings are working, they work good, they fit good. There's some things I want to kind of change about the way that that's all set up. So I'm going to order new steel inserts. The bolts that get through them, when I measured everything, I had the 14 mil bolts that are actually the carrier bolts for something else. And for whatever reason, I had them in my hand and I was assuming that they were the bolts that I needed, but they're not. These are 12 mil bolts that hold it in, and the factory inserts are almost 15 mil wide. So that's not really ideal. I lost one of the inserts. I think it's at the shop. I was messing around measuring stuff. Anyway, stuff gets lost. So I need to replace that anyway. So I figure I might as well order inserts that are both the correct length because I want them shorter than what the factory inserts were because I think that's going to work better for carrying the subframe without lockout bolts. So I want them shorter and I want them to have a thicker wall thickness so that they fit the 12 mil bolt a little bit better and there's less potential for play. Cleaning bolts now will pay dividends in the future, so we're going to clean every single one. We're going to chase every factory bolt that we have to so that this car will go back together and come apart and be serviceable in the future. like these need washers. Did they come with washers? Did I set them somewhere? Oh, whatever. I'm gonna get washers for them. It seems to fit though. We'll see. I'm thinking they're backwards, which sucks. That's what I get for trusting the internet. I need to get these tightened down. I just painted the lower brackets for this, so I'm gonna go get the lower brackets, put them on, get it all snugged up, and see how it looks. But I think, unfortunately, these are backwards, which sucks. So that's gonna be a lot of work to get them out. I probably won't take them out now. I'll probably wait until I get the new steel inserts, because then I'll just drop the whole thing and put the new steel inserts in and then press those out, flip them around, put them back in. But I want to get it all mocked up anyway, so you learn something. And maybe I'll go on the internet and make a thread, so when people Google this part number and look for install directions, I can actually have a picture or something for them, since Whiteline doesn't seem to care about putting a picture up. Cool stuff. All right, so I got that all bolted down and it's in place where it's supposed to go. And then you can see there is exactly the gap there between what would be that outside cushion. And my instinct told me to install them with the outside cushion, that extra bit to the in. But then Googling, I found 3 different references that said it went this direction with the meat towards the back of the car. So the internet is dumb sometimes. That's why you don't trust it. Yep. So when I get those inserts for the new inserts that go inside here, I will pull it all apart and fix it. Speaking of 3D printing custom bushings, JP3D Northwest is who made the bushings for this. I'll throw a link down in the comments to their Etsy page. They make some pretty nifty things, like if you need a Father's Day present, they make trash can wheel covers that are like your favorite rims from whatever vehicle, Corvettes, stock Subaru stuff, a bunch of aftermarket, like they had a bunch of Rays wheels and NTO3 Plus M's and lots of cool wheels, so you could make your trash can a little blingy. So anyway, if you need a Father's Day idea, since 99.97% of my audience is male, if you need to, drop a little Etsy hint to your wife or your girlfriend, go down there. Pretty cool stuff. Now that the rear is basically sorted, let's take a quick look at the front here. They're actually not bad. This axle is blown. You can see she spent, she cooked, but I do believe these front arms already have full bushings installed, and I have rear roll center adjusters, and I might even have, no, those look stock. I was gonna say the lower ball joints might even be roll center adjusted, but that's just parts. We can go get those from the shop. We'll put new axles in when we get our new trans, whatever trans that is, and get new brakes coming here. These ones aren't as bad as the other one. Still pretty rough. Oh, listen to that. Broken stud. The other studs are all jacked up. They threaded M1215 lug nuts on here after they stole it to make it roll. Like, why they didn't just reuse the lug nuts that they took off the car. They just put some of their crappy shit on there. So frustrating. Oh, and I have this guy to install off the Baja. I took it off the Baja because it hung down a little lower than I wanted. So it's got some, road dirt on it, but good upgrade. The car already had the oil pickup. It just didn't have the pan. But since this is a race car, we want the bigger pan anyway. So that's on the list. If only those were each one thing a day, but they're multiple days of multiple little parts, but at least we have an outline again of what still needs to be done. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting this project. Thanks for hanging out with me while we get this thing back on the road. Thanks also for your inspirational videos and your tags and things where there's quite a few other people now running the One Thing a Day project, or at least who've become inspired to touch their shitbox that's in their driveway or garage or field or mom's basement. I don't know where you park your car, but it's really cool to see you guys working on them, so keep it up. Thanks for watching.